right, the Julian Show, and in the building, comedian, best-selling author.
Oh man.
Yeah, podcast host.
Man.
And white teeth.
I brush every day, bro.
With what? Clorox? What?
Yeah, just Clorox. That's the secret.
That's what you. That's the secret. No, people, he does not use Clorox. Do not.
Okay, man, it's not Clorox. It's Tide Pods.
Tide Pods. There you go.
You gotta bust them open. Gotta mix them together. Why'd you write up? No.
There he is. Durrell Hearns in the building.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for coming through,
Thank
my man.
you, sir. It's been a minute, man.
It's been a minute. My guy Durrell again. I met you through AJ.
Yep, old Jazz Rome.
Jazz Rome, and I talked to Jazz Rome, and I didn't know he was using his real name.
He switched it up. You know,
switched it up.
You get to a certain level, you gotta go by the government. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, Durrell Hearns, that's your government name, right?
Yes, it is.
How's everything going for you, man?
Life's good. Life's beautiful. A lot of lessons, man. A lot of, God just bringing things together, and I'm loving it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You get you're booked with shows, and speaking of books, you're an author.
Oh yeah.
Now you just mentioned you have 4 books.
I do.
out there.
4 books.
4 books, and how do you find the time to get all that moving and grooving like that?
Man. Okay, so secret number 1 is God, 100%. Cause
better believe it.
You know, that's number 1 because. That first book, the Lazy Man's Hustle, just got out the military, and basically just I was I was in a band for like a year. So
you was in a band?
Oh yeah, a little band. It was pretty cool. It's called the Collective. I stuttered a little bit. The Collective. I got scared. I had a flashback. But yeah. So he basically was like a rap rock band. I was basically the hype guy, using my big booming voice to.
Oh, you didn't play anything, but you was.
I played keys one show. So
okay. Yeah, but you use your vocal instrument to hype the crowd.
Yep.
You're a very good hype man too, by the way. I'm sure you didn't even need a mic to hype the crowd.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so doing that, and out of nowhere, God's like, you should write a book about money management. I'm like, what do I know about like, there's nothing about, what am I doing? Then I remember, like, while I was in, a lot of people would ask me for money, and they were talking about like other airmen, and these guys have like nice cars, like Corvettes and all that. They're like, hey man, can I get like $20 for cigarettes? And they're the ones like, I'm like, I want what you got over here. Like, what are you doing?
You got a Corvette, but you asking me for $20?
Right. That didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then I'm writing it, and then I'm like, what am I really doing? And I guess the story of Jonah, you probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that story.
Dude, I went away for a minute. It's like, nah, man, I'm just stick with this. I'm just going to, stay with my family, work the storage job, and go from there. And the storage job had like a racist manager. So something in my heart told me, nah, you can't stick there forever, man. What are you doing? The guy's like, hey, man, remember that book you was writing? And I want you to call it The Lazy Man's Hustle. I'm like, what? That's such a dumb name. Like, that doesn't make sense at all. Like, I should name it like Money Book or something. Then,
see,
every day I'm riding my bike. He's like, okay, well, I know you're very frugal, so you don't have to drive to, ride it, or, the house is very busy. You got you're living in your parents' common area right now because you want to spend time I want to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You want to do all this, man. And I want you somewhere else. So I'm going to give you this book, The Lazy Man's Hustle. And basically every day I'm riding my bicycle to the library.
Wow.
Writing it there every day and like formulating it and all that. And
dang, so you were very obedient to that and was sticking with it.
Dude, yeah.
Bike. How long of a bike ride was that to the library and back?
It was like a 2 mile. So I was just riding, doing that with the laptop in my bag, and we're talking about a laptop from 2007. That thing was like, as soon as you turn it on, like, I'm dying, man. Why you keep stop waking me up? That kind of laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, using that, just writing, and finally got it out. Did a book signing. It's actually a video on YouTube with my mom saying, "We're very proud of him. He's really he did good with this book," and ended up selling over 1,000 copies in a week. So.
And that was the Lazy Man's Hustle.
The Lazy
1,000
Man's-
copies in a week.
Yep. So.
Did you use any social media? Well, there wasn't really strong social media. Was it MySpace back then? Or how did you get that?
It was
marketing?
mainly use like Facebook, did a page.
Okay, so Facebook was kind of popping then.
Facebook was popping, and just I guess I might have a decent personality. People like me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
That helps.
maybe
And
that kind of
yeah, for
thing,
sure.
So, and from there, just the 1,000 copies, like it was a blessing, and by their standard, that's usually a bestseller, at least 1,000. So
Well, that's why you're the bestseller. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, author and
Yep.
all of that. So, well, congrats on that. Is there
Thank
any
you, sir.
more books in the future that you're gonna look at doing?
That was the first one. The second one was Powerful's Book of Power Game. That's about just having a powerful mindset in a dark time. So we always got people around us that are like, you think you want to do this, but you can't. A lot of you can'ts around us.
Right.
You won't.
You can't. You won't. You shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Or do it this way.
Yep. Oh man, those are my favorite.
Yeah, you ain't doing it right. You gotta do it like this.
And then the way they're telling you to do it ends up failing. So
Right.
Yeah.
See, I should have did the way I knew to do it. Because this is like what you said with the name of the book, right?
Yep.
When God tells you something, it really ain't for nobody even to know anyway. A lot of times.
Nope.
So that's why I keep a lot of stuff to myself because
Yes,
I'm
sir.
like, because if I say anything that I'm doing or want to do something a certain way,
Yep.
all it takes is that one person. Nah, man, nah, and then throw you off.
It does.
How did you stay strong on that as far as blocking out? Did you just get rid of people, or you just kind of like how did you handle that?
There's the getting rid of people, and then there's always that. Like I said, is that story of Jonah.
Yeah.
Go to. There might be a lesson in this person, what they're saying. Maybe you don't need them around, or maybe it's not need them around, but there's that lesson of you're going to meet this at a higher level. Somebody's going to be offering to pay you millions for this book, and you're going to have to tell them, no, I want it this way.
Yeah.
That's this little person that's like kind of your friend telling you, no, don't do it. If you can't stand up to them, are you going to stand up to them?
Stand up to them in that $1 million check.
Right.
That's talking a lot louder than anybody right then.
Right.
That's a very, very interesting look at that, and that's actually very important to look at it that way, I think.
Yeah.
Because, your whole life and your whole journey is always preparing you for not just one big event, but that one big event will lead to another bigger event. It's always going to be that kind of trajectory.
Very true.
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you.
So
it's powerful. So, then the third one, Stand for Nothing Else, a Coward's Theory. The study on cowardice, keep you from your success. Then the fourth one, I used to put it up here a lot.
yeah, on your podcast, yeah.
Johnny's of a Crazy Veteran. So hopefully we're gonna bring that back. I really want to bring that one.
Yeah, because I think that was important to the book or the podcast,
The
right?
podcast, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
because it was great and you were funny. You're always funny. And speaking of
appreciate it.
comedy, man.
Oh man, bring it back.
Speaking of
I
comedy.
love comedy. Yes,
you just told me that you haven't been doing it like forever.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
It's only been 5 years. So
5 years.
I looked,
man.
I found out I can't count. So
Found out you just can't.
I was telling everybody 7 years. I said 2018 to 20. Oh,
That's not quite. Hey,
it was a good time.
look. Sometimes you do math in your head.
Right.
Some of us are just visual. I have to see it myself. I can't look in my head and be like 18 plus whatever is this.
Right.
You write it down. Where's the
That's it.
iPhone calculator?
That's it, man.
So, with comedy, have you run into the kind of the same types of things with your book journey?
Like people tell me certain things.
Certain things, this and that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm open to comedy, and there's a lot of experience, out there. If they give me a tag, I'm like, yeah, I'll try it out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't work, but it's up to me to be the guy that says, oh, this is not going to work for this moment in time,
Yeah.
or hey, maybe I need to rewrite it to see what's going on. In the end, it is about what you got going on. So
Exactly.
and then what the audience wants. That's always in my my sets. It's not about me. It's about you guys. You know, that's just me talking to a brick wall, telling jokes and laughing at my own stuff. Like, wasn't that funny to you, brick wall? You know, so no, it's really for the people in the end. You know,
Right. See, I just have these not flashbacks, but just images in my head of comics who get up there. I think it was Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
With Cliff Clavin got on, he thought he was going to be able to do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So he got up there, spotlight on. Of course, he wasn't funny, but the whole sketch was funny because it's him bombing on stage, people getting up and leaving.
Oh, man. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the nasty part.
But he didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
You do. How do you handle, when things just aren't going right on stage, man?
Going right, you got to bring them in. You got to, you got to maybe ask questions, maybe all that, or even just ride it. Don't let it get to you. There's people that's still going to be there that you got to still entertain.
Yeah.
You don't know what them people are going through. Maybe it wasn't him bombing. Maybe they had to go to the bathroom real quick. The whole family at once. I was sitting there, had to go, but hey, maybe it was that. But just don't take it personal and keep moving on that journey.
I was thinking about all of y'all when Will Smith got up there. I was like, I hope this doesn't open a door for folks, because I started seeing on the socials things happening when people are actually coming up on stage, dealing with stuff, and then the comic having to. Now, first of all, that hasn't happened to you, has it?
Oh no, I'm like too big, so that's.
I've
seen it happen to other people. Yeah,
right,
I've seen it happen to. It was an awesome mic out here. It's at Coop's Bar Grill. They're good. They're like really good. They actually pay for people. Like they actually do like a contest basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's a mic / contest, and they'll pay you for your time just coming up there, and that's an awesome aspect of it. But one host up there, basically this white guy got in his face. Like while he was on stage, he's like, "Hey man," and I don't think he knew me, the new empowered one, but I'm just waiting for him. I'm talking all the mess about every group, just waiting for him. Come on, man, where you at?
How dare you?
Get up, come on. But that's an aspect of comedy. You got to be fearless. You're telling your life story. That's why I disagree with the. Safe, clean stuff comedy, because it's not it's not I disagree with it, but safe, not just clean, safe comedy, safe where it's like, hey guys, we're kosher, hey, I just farted, hilarious, right?
Right. Sometimes, anytime that I've ever tapped into any so-called humor within me, I think it always came out of being pissed off about something.
Right.
When I was working at these jobs where I was sitting at a cubicle and a supervisor would send out an email we're all annoyed by.
Right.
I would sit and rewrite the email and resend it out and just make it completely hilarious. Because the inspiration was being irritated and pissed off. And sometimes, like you said, it's hard to kind of pull comedy out of safety. I mean, if you can do it, then you deserve all the accolades. But it seems like there's got to be some emotion, right?
For real, you can make anything funny, but are you bringing something original? Are you bringing an original, objective, original view? Yeah. And that comes from emotion and how you see the world, how we see the world.
And how you see the world.
Feelings and emotion. That's really how we all see the world.
It is.
And anybody that tunes in, they just got 5 years of comedy advice right there and there. So, if you really want to make an impact, that's where you got to go with it. So
that's where you got to go with it.
Yeah.
Man, so are you planning on doing, like, were you trying to take this, trying to take it to a Netflix special, man?
Of course. That's down the road. I was one of those guys when I started, because I had the best-selling book. My head was like, here, getting into comedy, and comedy said, "Hey, okay, you know what you're doing."
Boom.
Left,
right, and another left.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Yeah. So I was the guy that came in and said, "I'm gonna have a special in 2 years," and my 2 years worth of jokes were not ready for a special. So, of course, that's the end goal, of course, special and just touring across the world doing stand-up comedy, bringing joy to the people that want to hear.
That I want to hear. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I'm one of those cats. When I first moved here, I haven't told like a lot of people this.
Okay.
When I first moved here, I used to bring a rolling speaker to like all the bus stops and start just doing little shows out there. So
really,
just brighten people's day, saying little stuff. So
wow.
Oh yeah, I was going there and
that's hunger right there. That's the thing you love to hear about.
Thanks, man.
Like, I'm gonna find an audience.
Yeah.
See, that's a lesson right there in the initiative, and this literally having no excuses.
There isn't.
There's just none. What a story. So what would be some of the reactions to some of the people though? That
I get a few.
See it.
No, I got that. I guess the energy kind of. I get laughs occasionally. Be people that I didn't know they didn't speak English, so they're like just watch me make dumb faces. Right? Yeah. So
what do you say? Care what?
right. Didn't know. So and I was where I lived at was like the tough side of town. So because I didn't know that cheap rent correlates with hood. You're right. I didn't know. So
yeah. Don't worry, I learned that the hard way too.
Right.
Yeah. Cheap rent? Oh, that's hood. That's somebody else's. Your neighbor is yikes.
Right. So that's what I had to learn. But luckily, a guy was there for me, and nothing happened. Didn't get robbed for the speaker. I almost got nicely robbed. That's a funny story of that.
Oh my gosh!
Because I'm from Virginia. I'm country, so country. I just like to walk, so I just get out at night around that area, just walking around, minding my business.
Yeah.
Then one cat just came up to me, started pat me down like stuff like that. I'm telling him, hey man, that's what the fuck you doing, like that kind of stuff. This dude asked me to add him on Facebook.
After patting you down.
Yeah, that's a nicely rob. He's trying to nicely rob. And we had like a conversation. Like, hey, he's like, hey, you know any jobs hiring out here anytime?
That is hilarious.
Dude, for real. Now, it's bad now. The apartments with the cheap rent, I think they're trying to get a message across right now because they actually raised the rent and painted all the buildings white.
Oh, that could be.
I've
worked in that industry, and typically that's a sign. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just white buildings now, Extra white buildings.
My goodness.
I love it. I appreciate you for having this interview, Julian.
Oh, man, I'm glad you stopped in here, man. Durrell Hearns in the building. So you got some upcoming dates, I know. So let's hear them, man. Where can we find you, man?
So the 29th, I'm going to look it up because I'm... it's not that I'm 36. I got into 2 car accidents. So
2? That's since your last time you were here?
Dude, they're almost like a month apart. So one was a rear, like basically fell asleep behind the wheel. It hit
the
somebody.
person or you?
Me. So and then this car's totaled. But I come out like, hey, what happened?
Hey. What's today? What time is it? What?
Right, like that happened, and that was another weird experience. I could tell you what happened when I quote passed out. I was actually like, hey man, you gotta go back down. Somebody told me, some spirit was like, hey man, what are you doing up here?
Oh, you left your suit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
and then and they said go ahead, go on. Oh,
yes.
I gotta bring you back to tell these stories.
Oh, we're good.
Whoa,
let's do that.
I like to hear that. Yeah.
I had to remember. I'm like, I did remember having that.
Yo, that's deep. I love to hear that.
What you doing here? So we did that. Okay, so we have. Let's see.
This brother got like 1 million apps,
dude.
And they're all just all over the place.
Yes, they
Ain't
are.
no wonder you can't find.
I had Tinder. We got Facebook dating, which is hard to even to date out here. You can find all the crazies. It seems like. At least I do. I don't know if you find it.
I don't even have them apps anymore.
Yeah, man. I learned you got to avoid them because had to learn recently that not everybody has like a good heart. So you gotta have toxic people. You got narcissists. You got somebody who wants to come up from people with good hearts, and they try to make good people bad. But let me see what's going on here. So the 29th, I'm at Nataliano Italian restaurant, 610 East Bell Road, and that's the 29th at 7 p.m. Looks like I want to say I love her. At 8 p.m. Doors open at 7. So got a lot of good people on there. So come see that. It's 29th. The 22nd, we got at Roadhouse Saloon with a bunch of comics, great comics, funny people. So Roadhouse Saloon at 8 p.m. So great lineup. Really great restaurant. I like the setting.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, I gotta check all that out. It sounds like great stuff there. Now, when is that one again?
That's the 22nd. So.
22nd.
Yep. So April 22nd, Roadhouse Saloon. April 29th, Italian restaurant. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. No, come on. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You got it.
I'm gonna do it, man. I may have had a head injury, but I remember. I remember. Italian restaurant.
There it is.
So there you go.
And
the 29th.
And then you got your socials, so they can follow you.
Yep.
And get all that.
Okay.
And what's your
Instagram is DHBJ239. I found out that's a sequence, like the 239 is a sequence of numbers that's about prayer. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you putting it all in there.
So DHBJ239, and then Facebook at Durrell Hearns. So.
All right.
Durrell Hearns.
There it is. Durrell Hearns in the building. Thank you for coming through, my brother. Once again, it's the Julian Show.
Julian.